Okay, question 1 for the final exam example from last year. Okay, so the question is showing the electricity supply failure is a problem that affect factory production. Table 1.1 is a record of the power supply failure at production plant. The record listed are for 24 months from January 2021 to December 2022. KA provide appropriate graphical diagram to show the trend of the failure and provide a review of the failure and its changes. Okay, so for number 1, okay, you have to provide the graphical diagram. Okay, so because this is a time series, because this is a continuous diagram, continuous data for 24 months, so a suitable graphical presentation of this data is a time series line graph. Okay, so the x-axis is showing the month and year, and the y-axis is the number of electricity supply failure. Okay, alright, so what you have to do is create a graph and then label it January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21. Okay, and then again January 22, February 22, March 22, April 22, May 22, June 22, July 22, August 22, September 22, October 22, okay, November 22, and December 22. Okay, and then number of failures, okay, because we have here so we have here the numbers is between 5 and the maximum number is 15. Okay, so we are going to do the scale on the y-axis to be from 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and then you have to label here number of failures. Okay, and then this is the month. Alright, and then you plot. Okay, for January is 12. So you can use your ruler, so you have to bring your ruler. Okay, so 12, and then 15, and then 11, 15, 7, 7 is here. Okay, 11, 6, 9, 7, 8, 11, 8. Mak tadi dah ni. Julai tersalah pula. Pernah balik. Okay. Julai miss July is 6, 6, 6, 6. 9. September is 7. October is 8. November is 11. December is 8. Nine, 6, 11, 8, 5, 9, 12, 12, 8, 11, 10, 13, and lastly it's 8. Okay, so these are your data. 1, 2. Okay, and then take your ruler to draw the line. Okay. Alright. So that is for question 1. Okay. So for question 1, for graph type, get 2 marks, and then axis and title, okay, 2 marks. Okay, all data is here, 3 marks. Right. So that is 7, and then you have to also write your provide a review of the failure and its changes. Okay, so your review, say the failure, failure fluctuating rather than smooth trend. Okay. Okay, 2021 has total of 120 failure and mean of 10 fails per month. (2022) has total of 110 failure with average 9.17 fail per month. Okay, so overall 2022 shows a reduction of 10 failures compared to 2021, equivalent to 8.3% decrease. Although failure increase again in second half of 2022. Okay, so when you provide a review, so that is okay, about 3 marks, so that is total 10 marks. Okay, and then for B, okay, B, explain why you believe this type of graph is best suited to achieve the purpose of factory engineer monitoring the electrical failure to analyze performance of power supply. Describe the three main findings from the diagram. Okay, so a line graph is more suitable because it display chronological changes. Highlights month to month fluctuations. Okay, and allow engineer to identify peaks, low points, and possible seasonal patterns. Okay. And then 3 main finding. Right, 3 main finding. One outage reduce from 1 to 15 months. And then 2, outage or failure increase after 15 months. Okay, so when you look here, there is a reduction and then it increase. And then number 3, the action taken to reduce failure need to be reassessed to prevent future increase in failure. Okay, so for this one, this is 2 marks and then this is 1 mark each. Okay, so that is 5 marks. Okay, so for question 1C, so it's given here the question, you are given this situation. At the food processing plant, forced outage of the whole bottling island could be caused by breakdown of any of the line 20 component subunit. For 12 months, records will keep such outage and the subunit failure that caused them, with the results shown in table 1.2. In order to highlight those subunits where implementation of measures to improve reliability would be most beneficial, plot a histogram ranking the subunit percentage distribution to line outage, where the highest number of failure will be on the left and the lowest will be on the right. Suggest what subunit needs special attention to mitigate such failure. Okay. So for this question, you have to draw a histogram. Okay. Right. Okay, so because to draw histogram, you need to find the range and then you have to find the percentage cumulative and percentage right. Okay, so you calculate first. You have the subunit. Okay, subunit is this one. Unpacker, crate washer, bottle washer, bottle checker, filler, labeler, conveyor, packer, palletizer, others. Okay, So that is your subunit. Okay, and then you number of outage. Then the percentage. Okay, and then cumulative percentage. Okay. Okay. So that is 4. Wait. Okay. So this is okay, so this is 4, 10, 40, 45, 73, 16, 120, 22, 7, 23. Okay, so total is total is 360. Okay, so percent is this one divide by this and then time 100. Okay, so for this one, so 1.1. Okay, let me check calculator. But 4 divided by 360 times 100. Yep, so that's 1.1% and then 2.8. 40 is 11.1, 45 is 12.5, 73 is 20.3, 73, and then 16 is 4.4. Okay, 10 is 2.8, so 120 is 33.3, 22 is 6.1, 7 is 1.9, and 23 is 6.4. Okay. Others is 23. 23 others. Okay. And then Okay, and then that is the, so you add up 1.1, 3.9 plus this one, 12 plus 3 is 15. Okay, 15 plus 12.5 is 27.5. Okay, 27.5 plus 20.8 is 47.5. 47.8 plus 4.4 is 152.2. Okay, and then at 52.2 plus 33.3 is 85.5. 85.5 plus 6.1, 91.6 plus 1.9 is 93.5 plus 6.4 is 99.9. Okay, so that's nearly 100 lah. Okay, 100. And then you draw the histogram. Okay, draw the histogram. Okay, histogram. So when you draw the histogram, okay, the histogram, okay. So here you have also the cumulative. Okay, so because this is actually not a real histogram, because you see, in real histogram it is supposed to be, there is no gap here, but because this is not a quantitative, so that's why you have, like, this is more like category, right? Okay, so in histogram, then you have to draw it without any gap, and also you have to find the range for this one. You have to find the range here. Okay, so for this one, the marks, you will get 10 marks. Okay, okay, so for, okay, right, this one is correct. You have calculated the percentage. Okay, and the graph here, the table here, and then, okay, this is 1 mark, this is 2 marks. Okay, and then, okay, this is also 2 marks, and then the graph get 3 marks. And then you have to suggest what is the attention. Okay, so you have to give suggestion as well. So that one is another 2 marks. Okay, so special suggestion, special attention should be given first to the conveyor, 33%, and filler, 20.3%. Okay, if resources available, bottle checker and bottle washer should also be prioritized because these 4 subunits account for 77.2% of total downtime. Okay, so from here you get 2 more marks. Okay, so that is 5 and then 10 total marks.